Conservative Life on Mars, because we are living in strange times. I'm continuing my series on the Surrounded with Jubilee, where they focused on capitalism versus the anti-capitalist, and we have the illustrious Patrick Bet-David, who I absolutely adore. Previously, I did a video on Caleb, who is known as Ginger Jesus, and who wants to do something great and noble like feed unicorns and rub the bellies of hippopotamus at the zoo. This time I am focusing the video on James. James has a victimization or a victocrat. You know where that came from. He has this victocrat complex. He constantly is very sarcastic with PBD in his talk, such as he had just said, have you had boots before? When you pour, you have boots. And for those who don't know, PBD is a self-made man. He built himself up from literally scratch. But James is just a bunch of sarcasm. He's flip. I'm just reading my notes off of looking at this, and he says that he works 80 hours a week at jobs that will take him. If you look at the video and you see his attitude, you're going to be, yeah, I understand that. He put in 477 resumes in the past 2 years, and nobody got back with him. When he was asked about jobs, in so many words, PBD offered him a job. I will hire you right now. And he said that, James said that he does transportation and logistics experience and so forth. PBD said he will interview him after the show and see about, perhaps hiring him on the spot for a job, and it's in Florida. This guy is just so into wanting to get his little story out about anti-capitalism and how poor he is and how nobody wants to hire him or help him, and why is it his fault. He's not understanding that PBD is a businessman. PBD could possibly change this whole landscape for him by interviewing with him, and I'm sure all of the details and logistics could be worked out where I wouldn't do it any other way, where PBD basically pays for everything by moving him to Florida for 3 months, getting him a nice apartment, finding him a job, even though maybe PBD didn't have a job within his own business. Perhaps he may have a friend that could hire this guy in. Now, James started worrying about, let me look at your company and see if, what you do and blah, 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 and then I'll make a decision. Wait a minute. This guy is about to offer you a job. My question is, so you come on a TV show to argue your defense of being an anti-capitalist and poor me and I can't get this or that, and you don't know who you're arguing against. So I think the time to do the research on who PBD is should have been done before you stepped foot on the soundstage there. Now, I don't know how Jubilee vets these people, or even if Jubilee tells these people who they're going to argue against. At some point, I think you would, in order to have a proper argument, you need to know who you're talking to. But this is just really silly. And he just keeps going on and on about, I need to do this and do that, whereas PBD tells him you're too selective. If you say that you're hungry for a job and you're hungry to change your lifestyle and you're hungry to do this and that, I'm willing to help you with that. Take me at my word. This could have been the biggest thing for this guy, because if PBD was not able to fulfill his part of the bargain, because believe me, there's going to be some contracts with this. If he wasn't able to fulfill his part of the bargain, this guy could have been up on social media and said PBD didn't do this, didn't do that, or he did this and did that, and I feel so much better for it. He may have been willing to teach you about finances and so forth and help you get those certifications or whatnot, or might keep you on without the certifications. This is something I think any college student would just be salivating for, and this guy is just acting like he has all the choices in the world. I assume if you're getting public assistance and people are taking care of you, you have all the choices in the world except to try to mitigate your own circumstances and lift your own self up. Misery loves company. I just thought this guy, look, hey, PBD, come contact me. I will be more than happy to take you up on that offer. And I mean, some of the things I would like to would have pushed back on is, what jobs are you trying to get with 477 resumes that no one liked you enough, but yet when I'm gonna at least interview you, give you an interview, which 477 people didn't want to do, you're gonna act flip, sarcastic, and then just act like, you know, it's just no big deal to you, like making popcorn. Okay, this is Conservative Life on Mars. We're living in strange times. Tell me what you think about James here. Am I blowing smoke, or what say you?